It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From Spectrum Center in Uptown Charlotte, tonight, the Charlotte Hornets taking on the Chicago Bulls. The Hornets secure the opening tip as they get the basket.
And I'm going to gloat about my old team here for a second. Did you know the Bulls are the only NBA franchise to win multiple championships and never lose an NBA Finals series in their history?
6-0 right now. It helped to have a guy named MJ. But, Jay, think about this. If he's not gone those 2 seasons, maybe it's 8 straight Finals wins. Chicago with the possession to Lopez. Nice pass to get things going.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Batum. Rebound comes to Chicago. To Porter. Otto Porter, 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Everything about Porter is so low-key. No social media, and he's one of the few high-caliber NBA players that manages to stay out of the public eye while producing at an elite level in a number of categories.
Kemba Walker sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Porter. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a chance, knocks it down from mid-range.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Walker with the basketball. Down by 15. Robin Lopez tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Beyond the arc for 3. Not that time. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Robin Lopez trying to cash in on the 3-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. Now the Hornets take the timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. From the painted area, won't go down. The follow won't go either. To Markkanen. Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Markkanen. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Walker. His first effort off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Robin Lopez rejects it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Wide open look won't go.
And as a shooter, this is when you start to second guess your shot. You've had 3 wide open shots that you just can't put through the net, but still, keep hunting your shot.
Hornets right now in possession. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. Down a bundle. Batum. To Walker. Robin Lopez. Huge block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Lopez. Markkanen. Here's a chance from long range. Knocks it down.
He showed that he had great chemistry with his teammates on that shot. Keep getting him good looks, and the one will just keep scoring.
Into the front court, it's Walker. His guys down big. The rebound cleared by the Bulls. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for two.
I'm the first to say I like the intensity as much as the next guy, but you gotta be smart. Early fouls like that may come back to haunt you later in the game.
First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Hornets have the basketball. To Miles Bridges.
I got ball.
Parker to Miles Bridges. Fires the three. Those shots today have been few and far between in what has been an uneasy first quarter.
And Ed, sometimes that's all you need. Just get one or two to fall. Find the rhythm, find the rhyme. You got plenty of time.
And a pass taken away by Charlotte. Batum to Miles Bridges. Count it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
For three. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Count it, and the foul. He's going to the line for a free throw.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
From long range, well defended. Has a look. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
I hear so many players talk about, oh, my skill set is this or my skill set is that. How about your skill set is your effort on the defensive end? That's something we don't talk about as much as we need to.
To Porter. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. The hot shooting continues. He's got 12 in the first quarter, including that trifecta.
And Ed, did you see how quick his release was? There was no wasted motion from the waist up.
Robin Lopez snatching it out of the air. Out of bounds the call. Off Robin Lopez. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Miles Bridges to Parker. And he's going to the free throw line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Tony Parker has got 2 shots coming. Shoots it at 75% for his career. 2 for 2 on that trip.
That boy got jumper.
LaVine. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup to Lopez. LaVine. For 3. Cleans it up. The follow won't go either.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Shot from in close, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
The assist from number 9, Tony Parker.
To LaVine. Lets it fly from long range. No good. That's great defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Miles Bridges to Parker. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
And the defender's got to take note. Otherwise, that shot's going up all game long.
Number 9, Tony Parker.
To Zach LaVine. Tony Parker with a piece.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball.
Hey, this our game. Let's take it home, man. Let's go.
Substitutions.
Jay, 27 wins a year ago for the Bulls. What can this team be?
They have the potential to be a playoff team, but in order for that to happen, a lot of guys need to take that major next step in their careers. Lauri Markkanen needs to step up. Chris Dunn, his backup role. What position will he play at the PG spot? Wendell Carter, their first-round draft pick, and also Jabari Parker. He is the key cog in this wheel. If he is healthy and plays to the level of expectation that we know he can, this team can make the playoffs.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Marvin Williams at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Beyond the arc for three. He engulfed him that time. Finish that. And he drains it.
The 7th pick overall, Lauri Markkanen had an exquisite rookie season. Ending the year, all-rookie first team. Even executive VP John Paxson of the Bulls organization referred to him as the cornerstone of the franchise.
Trying to cash in. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. To Markkanen. Shot from the lane won't go. Walker into the front court. Now down 6. Going to launch beyond the arc. To Chris Dunn. Fires the three. That's what you like to see. Dunn, it was well defended, finds a way to hit the three.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Has a chance. Deep two there, won't go. LaVine. To Chris Dunn. Here comes the screen. Dunn. Chicago with 4 to shoot. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Here's a chance from long range. That's good D. Shot no good. To Kemba Walker. Curling inside. short jumper won't go down.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
LaVine, Zach LaVine. He's 2 for 2 now.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Zach LaVine able to recover with the block. To Walker. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kemba Walker. Bulls with it. LaVine. Pass stolen by the Hornets. Chris Dunn swats it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine, 3 for 3 in this first half.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Walker. Oh, Carter with the rejection.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Count the basket at the rim.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Walker with the basketball. Trailing by 14. Lauri Markkanen sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
They've got it back. From the outside, no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Down low to Williams. Big finish at the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Bulls have it. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, short. Probing the defense. Across the timeline, it's Walker. Down a dozen. A bad pass, and the Bulls have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Off the assist.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Kemba Walker. That ball's out of bounds, off the Hornets. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. To LaVine. 4-3. Smothering D.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Lauri Markkanen. Walker. The Bulls clear the rebound. To Markkanen. Deep left corner. Porter. Otto Porter. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Walker. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Great defense, forcing the miss. Has a look. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Gets it in the left corner. And a pass taken away by Charlotte. Lauri Markkanen with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Not that time. Batum. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Bulls with the basketball. To Porter. Otto Porter. He's now 5 for 6.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Nick Batum. Over to the right side. Batum. Trying to cash in. Williams' shot won't go. Cashes in for 2.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
There's a pass stolen by Chicago. Cruises inside for 2. Now whistle, and Charlotte is going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making change.
We know what's coming. Go get it. Substitutions. Substitutions. Chicago.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. Parker into the front court. He'll run the offense. Miles Bridges to Parker. Miles Bridges. Driving right to the basket. He cruises in for 2. Too easy.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
To Lopez. Markkanen. Nice pass to set things up.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
To Miles Bridges. Here comes the screen. Tony Parker. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Porter. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. To Markkanen. Frank Kaminsky pins it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Miles Bridges at the line for 2 shots. He struggled so far. Knocks down the first. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. To Porter. Pass stolen by the Hornets.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
First try at the line, no good. Oh, he missed them both. To the rim, lays it up and in.
The defense needs to be in more of a stance and react better. A player with that kind of NBA talent level will get to the rim every time with moves like that.
And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First try, no good. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second.
Oh, yeah, let's go. Yep.
They'll get it down low to Lopez. Robin Lopez. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Miles Bridges. A bad pass, and the Bulls have it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
His timing was a tad bit off.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. Gets to the basket and scores.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Charlotte with the basketball to Miles Bridges. From the painted area, won't go down. Marking it. To Parker. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
Scores from the post.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Into traffic, but no good.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Hornets at the controls of this one. To Miles Bridges. Surveys the floor. To Parker. Down to 5 on the 24 from long range. It's good. Something tells me they'll give him that shot again.
We love to break this game down analytically. We even love to break it down more psychologically. but sometimes it's just about settling into the game. Seemed like in the first half, things were rushed. Now we finally see them have their composure and their poise.
Robin Lopez, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
One free throw good, so he converts on the three-point play. And the lead down to 11. It's Chicago ball.
It's me, I got it. Cutter, good tag.
Shot from the lane won't go.
I got him. Here we go.
Miles Bridges to Parker. Lauri Markkanen sends it away. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Lauri Markkanen. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That no good, off the mark. To Porter.
Defense, let's go.
For three, knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
Lets it fly from long range, working hard on the glass. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Get the ball,
To Markkanen. Markkanen slams it down.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Nope, first one does not go. He missed a pair of free throws. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Beyond the arc for three. Tough shot. Well defended.
I got yours. My ball. I'm open.
And the finish. Slam dunk.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
I'm here. I got ball. You're on the island now.
Down the lane to lay it in.
Good shot.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Chicago basketball. Goes to the left side. To Markkanen. Going to launch beyond the arc. Had made his first three, but that shot off the mark. That's out of bounds off a Bull. Substitution being made in this one.
For the Chicago Bulls, number 8, LaVine.
I got this play on the go. Match up.
Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
Got it. Double.
Hornets have the rebound.
I got ball.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
perfect feed to set up the basket.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
Miles Bridges gets it in the right corner. Here comes the screen. The Hornets with 4 to shoot. Almost, but no good.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
He gets it.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Missed the second one.
We got this. Let's go. Substitutions.
Has a chance. Deep two there. Won't go. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Jumper's good.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
To Parker. He was hacked. They let it go. Porter has a look. Wide open look, won't go. Parker with it. His guys down big. And they call it.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
I see you've been working on your game.
To Parker. To Batum. It's done with the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Parker into the front court. Down a bundle. Tony Parker, 3 for 6 now.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Lopez. And the basket good at the rim.
You hear coaches talk all the time about passing the ball on time and on target. As a passer myself, if I can deliver the ball to you in a position where I cannot give you options to think, but just go up and make the play easy, that's a win-win.
Here comes the screen. Porter grabs the board. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Trying to cash in. Shot by Parker, no good. And a putback slam.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
To Chris Dunn. Has a chance. Shot by Dunn, no good. Charlotte basketball. To Miles Bridges. The drive, right to the basket. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Can't convert the free throw. To Lopez. Robin Lopez. The defense is really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field. Knocked loose. A lot of contact. No whistle.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kemba Walker.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Lauri Markkanen, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he makes them both. To Parker. Miles Bridges. Fires the three. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Short jumper won't fall.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Oops, he missed the first one. No good on the first, no good on the second. 0 for 2. Here's a chance from long range. He was all over him.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Hornets right now in possession. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Knocked loose. To Lopez. Off the assist.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Gets a shot up off the mark.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Wide open shot. Nice to see him expand his arsenal. That misses with a second to go. The Bulls take this one as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
The Bulls came away with the victory in this one. You ask me, and I'll tell you. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.